Alright guys, last night I was playing a game with tilted guy. It's not really that good. He was a jet. But the problem is we were playing on Lotus as attacker. But the problem is that the enemies are better than us aim wise, and they rush. They take space knowing that we are bad at aim or coordination, we don't have a plan. Just they just rushed us all the way and uh, won by landslide. Two, I think we only have two wins. So that brought me to thinking, like, for low elo players, we don't really have a plan, right? We don't have a sequence of actions that ensure that our entry, at least we at least have a plan how to do something, how to enter a site, plant a bomb. So this would be how I would uh, I would do it if I had full control of the game. So first, the Phoenix would have to play because we don't have a Sentinel. So Phoenix would have to play a Sentinel here, and me as Sova will have to be a support, recon and support. Phoenix role would be to catch information here, then fall back, or catch stragglers and fight them one on one. He doesn't have to push all the way here. He can only stay here this point. Okay. So first you have to form up like this entry, right? Uh, Chamber will have to go first since he has uh, uh, good weaponry to at least spot people here. Don't want to smoke first. He just have to jiggle and check. But since it was clear, if it's clear or is able to, like, there's only one uh, defender here, the spotting, you just move in like this. So Sova would prepare for a dart, see if there are people here, how many people are here, and if there's someone hiding here. ISO will move here to prepare to move in and cover this area here, cover this entry. The next, Sova will dart, check whatever information is here. Strategy will at least adapt if we are expecting people to retake or they're actually here. Nonetheless, this is partial. This is not committed yet. We're not committed to site A at this point. But if it's clear there are only two people there, then we can start to move in. The jet will have to move in first. This is clear. ISO would have cleared it or pushed the defender back. Jet will move in. Chamber will focus on defending this site. This line of sight here. Here. If there was someone here, Jet could take care of it by positioning herself here. ISO coming over here. He will have cover here. Now, if someone was here, he would be committed to this fight. He can't retreat. Because if he retreats, ISO will tag him. Or Jet will get him. And if Jet fails, then Soba can move in to you know to trade. But still, so ISO is here. I'm here. It's hard. Someone someone who's hiding here, they'd be dead. Fifth step, Jet will smoke here. She can move up here. Then ISO will move in closer, cover this area. And Soba will come in here to watch here to support uh, Chamber who's watching here. So basically, two of the guys at this point have become support. I'd be doubling here, watching Jet and ISO as they move in, and also helping Chamber here. Sixth step, ISO will use its ability. The contingency shield. Move in the shield so we can move in. I would move in, he would move in like this. So I would move like this, he would move like this. Back, then I would move in. With contingency, it's we're insured that anyone who's covering here will either have to fall back or just be blinded by contingency and die. Because there are two players for attacking. A Jet is moving up here to cover this area. She can always, you know, move back if there's a lot of players here. Can always escape. Then Chamber will position here to watch this area. Now Phoenix, we don't know what's going on with Phoenix, right? So he's either dead, or has either encountered someone, or still there lurking. So if he's still lurking there and no contacts, then the enemies would likely be here, or have been here. It's but he's ready. If someone comes in here, he's ready to pounce and help Chamber from behind. And if someone comes through here, he can at least fight them. Blind both of them, then get out. Or if the opponents come through here, everybody's coming through here, but it's not likely, right? Either someone comes from here who was defending C, or who was in B. At least they would come in earlier. At stage 5, maybe they would come in here, and Phoenix will catch them. Usually at stage 5, stage 4, that's when people come through. So Phoenix would see them first. If someone was coming through from C, Phoenix would know how many people are coming from there, and if there's someone from B trying to alert, then he would also know. He can either fight them. If it's coming from C, he can either fight or move back here. And it's coming from B, he could either fight or move back here. So we did our entry. Chamber is here holding this sight line here. Jet is holding this area. So now we are safe to plant or fight whoever's here. There are two people here. That would be a two versus two, and the outcome would be based. The outcome of this plan would of course uh, hinges on the fights that occurs. If we both die, then it's over, right? They can move in. Phoenix can move in, or they can fight, isolate the fights themselves. Jet and Phoenix can like move, isolate, isolate fights. At least get the enemy team like lower count. Then they can group up again and then plant the spike again. So at this point, we planted the spike. Let's say, okay, we planted the spike here. So Jet would fall back here, watching here area, and Sova would be here, watching here. So you would be ready to pounce on anyone who comes through here, but mostly they come through here. The Jet can see them if it's one-on-one and she can fight them, then that's fine. If not, she can always fall back. So this is, I think, the best spot for Jet with this play. Now Sova is here because I want him to dart. If there's silence a little bit, maybe the enemies are readying themselves to push in to retake. They could be coming from here separately, or they could want to regroup here and retake the site. Because here it's hard to retake here because there's only one entry, right? And it's hard to retake from here because it's too far. So if they're from either C or B, then the best path would be for them to at least one would come from here, two would come from here, or three. So most likely there would be three people coming through here. They would regroup here and then try to retake. This is the shortest path. And they have two pathways to come into. You could use utility to flush us out. The Jet is always mobile. She can always come in, back in. If they use utility against her, she can just go in. Treat Sova though would be hard, but he's in the short, close range fight range. So there are two people, two agents coming through here. He's very committed, but at least if he dies, both of them can reinforce. Now ISO is here because so he can reinforce from here to here from behind. If Jet falls back and she reports like 2 or 3, she falls back here, ISO can either come through here, then Soba can come back here. Right? So it's very open. There's a lot of options you can do. The problem with my team last night is we were bunched up together and the Jet was angry because I wasn't dying with them. I was like falling back here. I was like here and they're all here bunched up together, four of them. And then Breach just mowed them down with like Odin something. So okay, so now we're here. This is the final step. So there's a lot of movement we can do from here. The hard part is only Sova. So he can dart and then move back to a more mobile position here. So he darts, then he can just move back here. Reposition here. He can still cover this area. It's entry, but he can also help here. Phoenix, he can come back here if he wants support, or he can stay here and find stragglers. Now his position is risky, but not so much because, as I said again, if he hasn't encountered an opponent in the first round, in the first stages, then most likely there would be no one coming through here as soon as once the spike is planted, right? So from C, maybe there's one, but it's not likely. Mostly they come through here, flood one here, and they here. So Phoenix can at least can go find people like from here, snipe them, lurk them as they move through. Like once the fight commences here, right? Anyone who's here will be, let's say there's a clove here. She smokes here to block ISO, let's say. Smokes here, so she can move here. She smokes here to isolate this angle, and she moves in, right? And she finds out that Sova is here. She falls back. Phoenix can always get her. So Phoenix here at this point, a very actually a trump card, right? He's like can frag anyone from behind, and that's very annoying. And that's very effective. At least this is for based on my understanding of low elo. So start from here again. Would be the setup. Chamber holds here. Clear it so we can move in. We can set ourselves up to move. The dart. Jet moves in. ISO supports and me supports Jet. Me ready. Sova ready to trade. Ready to move in. We move in. ISO takes control of here. Isolates this spot. Clears it. Because of the smoke, there's no threat from behind, so he can just, check. At this point, maybe the enemy will attack Jet. She can always fall back. She can always kill it. But if she dies, then that's a different strategy. So let's move in. Let's say it's clear, right? Nobody's attacking. If there was an ambush here, suicide guy, then it's over. This was open. There are three of us here. There's a choke point here. Nobody can pop out there against three. They'll be mowed down by bullets. So at least if someone was here and he broke this entry, he's going to wait here for another ally or somewhere else. We move in, take the spot, clear it. There are three people here, then that would be too much. Usually there's two, then people will be coming here. So at this point, we move in, right? Most likely if there were people here, there are three guys here. One from B, one from C. There are three guys here, one would be trapped here. Two would come from here. Or one. Maybe usually there's two here. Either here, someone from here would rotate here, or he would stay here. This spot. So Jet will take care of that. There are two people here, or one, then two of us can hopefully kill it. Chamber falls back to guard this area. Ready. All of them ready to take. If we fail, if we don't, if we successfully planted, we move back out. Reinforce these spots, cover it. Me, Sova, ready to reinforce. Watching, ready to replace. Watching, lurking, ready to move in. Jet, very mobile. She can move back if it's too much. Sova darts, check how many people are there. If there's none, then most likely either they're dead or they're coming from somewhere else or they're just holding here. They're hiding here. It's hard. You should know how many people are here. Finally, fall back, close in. Everything's secure. And just peek around here. Check. If they come here, Phoenix would know first. Everyone was rotating through here. Then Phoenix would at least tag one or blind and then fall back. Blind them, fall back. Blind them again, come here. Join the fight from here. Okay, so that's how I would do it if I had control last night. But unfortunately, it was a noob game, and the tilting guy was just a trigger for me to start thinking like, what's going on here? Why are we dying? Like, what's going on? First, the mistake was there was no strategy, there was no plan, there was no tactics. Next, the aim wasn't so bad, but they just bunched up everywhere. They're bunched up everywhere. They either bunch up here, trying to crack this. There's only one guy here, breach. And then everyone was trying to shoot here. Everyone was stuck here. Just waiting, if breach kills the other guy, someone comes in again and gets killed. Someone comes in and gets killed. I don't know what's going on. I just stayed back, watching for, I just played the role of Phoenix at that point. So anyway, that's how it is, guys. So thanks. I hope this helps at least. Right? We don't have plans. I haven't seen videos that have plans like this. At least we have one, right? So happy gaming, guys.